Gabriel with the last Huntsman Outdoors here. I had to abruptly stop my other one. I had kind of an important phone call kind of come in. So sorry about that to a couple guys that was tuning in. But yeah, I'm just doing another little hike and talk here. I'm in a little different area. I'm actually in a nearby town. So I live really rural, but there is like a little town that's like 100 people, if that. Um, Not too far from me, and usually I just hike out on my own property and everything, but it was just so muddy out there and everything like that. I didn't really feel like getting just covered in mud. I got Gideon mini Huntsman with me again, so I figured I'd kind of check up on my peoples, see how everything's going. I also am wanting to kind of try to discuss, come on, Gideon, come on, stay out of the puddle. He wants to jump into the puddles. If it was a little warmer, I'd almost let him, but it's I don't know, high 60s today. But yeah, last night we got hit with storms like crazy. So all of my whole like trail and stuff is just a big muddy pit right now, so I didn't feel like getting caked in mud. But I figured I'd be kind of talking about EDC gear and everything like that. Getting in, come on buddy. There's a lot more distractions out here, and of course everybody has to have a dog, and which is annoying. But it is the country, and it is mid-mo. Hey, what's up, gun-toting Minnesotan? I've been following you on Instagram for quite a while, but just doing the things, hiking about and everything. Just gonna be doing some EDC conversations and stuff. Kind of curious what kind of stuff does people like to carry on them these days. Mine is pretty simple. It's been basically the same thing for several years now, just kind of expanded upon versions of it or modified versions thereof. Oh, hey. Sorry, I had a dog coming after me for a second and got a 2-year-old in my hands. Didn't seem like it was too aggressive, but I don't like to take risk there. I've been attacked by a dog before, and it's kind of annoying, if anything. Yeah, it's why I try to keep them like within arm's reach, just because, if something happens, I can grab them pretty quick. Say hi, Gigi. Say hi, Gigi. Good day to you. Is it Jan or I don't know. I know some countries will pronounce that yawn too, I guess. Hey, Missouri Survival, what's up, buddy? We're just doing a live stream. We're just going to be talking about like EDC gear, and of course I'm sure I'll start ranting on in all kinds of different directions and everything like that. I've been meaning to actually get with you because I think I'm going to send you a knife. I've been seeing some of your knife reviews, and it's like, man, this guy needs a decent knife. He's doing a lot of cheaper knives. So Missouri Survival, hit me up. I'm going to try to send you something. I need to hook you up. But gun-toting Minnesota, do I carry any Demco blades? I do. My main go-to pocket knife is the Demco Shark Cub, a little clip point, and AUS 10 steel. I absolutely love this little pocket knife. It's just an awesome little blade, super smooth. The AUS 10, I think, is just pretty good steel, really, honestly. It's easy to sharpen, it's easy to maintain, it doesn't chip out or anything like that. And even when I do get it dull, I could just hit it on a leather strop and it goes really quickly to put a good edge on it again. Actually, if you guys are, oh, the 20CV version is also really good. I got the, what was it, the Nano Shark in 20CV, and it's pretty nice too. Come on, little guy. There's a little bit of a hill here, but hey. But yeah. Okay, so right off the bat, everybody that's in the chat, what blades do you guys like to carry? Whether it's fixed blades and or pocket knives, and what do you carry on you every day? You know, like if you're like, oh, I carry a BK9 on me, it's like, okay, cool story, but like, what's on you on a day-to-day basis? Like if you come to town, what's on you, type of thing. Because, you know, I just showed you guys, I got the Demco, of course. Of course I got the, oops, got the little Very Good Knife Co. Hawk. It's my design, made by Very Good Knife Company. Will be dropping April 25th. All nitro V drop. Oh yeah, so you know, I've been calling him Trojan Horse Trump for quite a while, and there's a reason for that. I mean, I have a couple videos on that. I've been actually meaning to do a part 3 on that, because in my opinion, Trump is meant to try to push the Third Temple and Freemasonry and Judaism out in the open, and as kind of like the Antichrist religion type of thing. That's just my opinion, but I could be wrong. Hope I am. Anyways, oh, that sucks. Yeah, the Ontario Rat 1 and 2 are actually both great knives. I still have an Ontario Rat 1, and honestly, it's one of my favorite pocket knives. I've kind of switched to the Demco because I like it a little better than the Ontario, but I still really like the Ontario. I want to try to find an Ontario Rat 2 because it's a little smaller than the Rat 1. And because I carry a small fixed blade, I kind of like just a real small pocket knife for just like day-to-day thing. Usually my pocket knives end up becoming my just beater blades, and then like my fixed blade is kind of more so when I need to do more serious things or getting out in the woods and stuff like that. But yeah, can you even find Ontario Rat models anymore? Like, I know Ontario kind of had a big kind of collapse, I guess, of the company and everything like that. So, and it looks like Coffee Lust is posting the Synagogue of Satan flags. That's cool. Do you like the Star of Rim fan? Just kind of curious. But oh, come on, little guy. Hey, we gotta come down the ramp here. Sorry, my little guy. I let him go a few times of like not holding his hand, and now he thinks he's too big to have to hold my hand, and it's like, dude, you're not even 2 years old yet. The comments get stupid, and you know, it's kind of crazy that how often people will hop on to my live streams and just start spamming, and they never like follow or watch or do anything in my channel. But well, sorry, but that's not the real Israel. I'm sorry you're deceived, but oh, I'm new into knives, and I don't have a convex yet. What's your take on it and BRK? So convex grinds, I've always been extremely hit and miss on I've been very hit and miss on convex grinds. I either like them or I don't like them, and it's just kind of weird. Honestly, I tend to lean on that I don't like convex grinds. Come on, Gigi. Come on, stay over here. That's just my opinion. And Bark River, some people don't like it, but I'll be honest, I've had a handful of Bark Rivers, and they're kind of hit and miss too, in all honesty. I kind of feel like their quality control can be kind of hit and miss. So, I know some people that's gotten Bark Rivers and they absolutely love them. And I know some people that's gotten Bark Rivers and had them like chip out just hitting wood and stuff with it. So, that's kind of a gamble type of thing. Missouri Survival, I had some Hebrew Roots heretics showing up in my comments the other day pushing the law of Moses on. Yeah, so Hebrew Roots, in my honest opinion, I'm going to tell you guys just a little bit about myself. I grew up on Hebrew Roots. My dad was like hardcore into Hebrew Roots, and he was into Hebrew Roots before it was called Hebrew Roots, at least from what I gather. And so I know a lot about the whole Hebrew Roots thing. I grew up not eating pork or anything like that, and Hebrew Roots, in my honest opinion, is a psyop created by the Synagogue of Satan and the Freemasons to push Judaism onto Christianity and basically turn Christians away. Because a lot of the Hebrew Roots people, I don't know if you know this, but a lot of them will take entire books out of the Bible, like anything written by Paul, because they don't agree with what Paul wrote. But the only other people that does that is the Freemasons. If you look at a Freemasonic Bible, they do the same damn thing, because they want to take away the divinity of Jesus Christ, because they're going to try to twist the whole scheme and convince people to follow a new Messiah, aka the Antichrist. So I personally think Hebrew Roots is a psyop, and I grew up in it. So there's what my opinion is of Hebrew Roots. Hebrew Roots too. Oh yeah, no, most of them do. Most of them will straight up convert to Judaism or become Freemasons, or you look at a lot of their top members and people who really pushes it, and they're all Freemasons and stuff. And so, I've kind of mentioned here on the channel before, there is a deep connection between Freemasonry and Judaism. And so that's just something else to be cognitive of. Come on, buddy. But I got my twin brother coming to join me. Hey, let's stay out of mud. Come on. Sorry, he wants to jump into every mud puddle. There it is. But yeah, most of them, like you said, they'll convert to Judaism, and it's kind of gross, honestly. Well, I'm sure you worship your government god too. And that's the thing that I find gross about a lot of the quote atheists, is they'll always they are godless and basically have no moral authority. So then they basically just worship old, wrinkly, nasty, degenerate baby boomer billionaire pedophiles
You left me.
Hey, look at what we got here. We have... Hey, buddy. Hey. I got my twin brother here with me, too. So, yeah, so everybody say hi to Kenny. Kenny, I guess you can chime in, too. We're kind of, going off the deep end a little bit. I'm going to try to regather us back to EDC talking and stuff, though. So, Kenny actually likes to carry a very similar setup as I do for like EDC stuff. Now, something I've been experimenting with for a little while now is I actually got one of these 511 Skyweight chest packs, and I've been just, at first I just started doing it when I'm like out hiking out in the woods and stuff like that, but I've been actually kind of experimenting with it even when I go into town and stuff, of just carrying my Glock 26, and a couple spare gear items on there. I got the degenerates are in mass today, but dealt with that. But oh, come on, buddy. But anyways, I've also been kind of rocking out Exodus knife and tool jackalope on there, which is pretty cool. But honestly, if you guys are kind of interested in that possible like fanny pack carry, I really like the Skyweight chest pack. It's not quite, your typical fanny pack.
I think I have a similar model, but mine's a utility one. So
yeah, my twin brother has a utility one. If I could have gone back, I probably would have went with the utility one over this one. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, I've been really liking carrying this. It's very comfortable. And so when I do carry my pistol in come on, buddy, you gotta go this way. When I do carry my pistol in a pack like this, I do always carry it with the holster as well, just in case if for whatever reason I have to ditch the pack. Like say if I gotta go somewhere where I gotta be a little more discreet, I always got the holster, so I could always leave this little pack in the vehicle or stuff it in my bag or something along those lines, and still switch to my regular just appendix carry. The holster I rock out for my Glock 26 is the T-Rex Arms Raptor holster, so I'm quite a fan of that holster in all honesty.
And I'm rocking out the T-Rex Arms sidecar.
Yeah, I was rocking out the sidecar myself before I got the Raptor, but I like the Raptor a little more personally just because it has a little more slimmer profile. Missouri Survival, what do you like to carry on you as far as like a Rudy Tooty Beauty for like a day-to-day thing, or can you carry? I know some people's jobs are kind of prohibitive on that type of thing.
My last job was, and I still do.
Well, that's kind of what I worked for a couple different companies prior to one I did, and both of them had signs that said like, no Rudy Tooty Beauties, no employees carrying Rudy Tooty Beauties, and I did anyways. So it's like, what's on my body underneath my clothes is none of your business. Keeping up back there, buddy? Come on, Bubby. Come on, Bubby.
He was interested in that razor for a minute.
Yeah. Well, this little town, everybody drives dirt bikes, little side-by-sides and ATVs and everything in the town, so it's pretty common for people to just have them in town here and just putter around, which is pretty cool. I've actually really been considering saving up for an ATV. I kind of need some ideas on what's a good one to get, but yeah. So if anybody in the comments has any ideas on a good ATV, let me know. I've heard the Honda Rancher is a good one, but I don't know crap about them in all honesty.
So I've been working my throwing knife. Can I get this squirrel with the adventure crab?
No, somebody asked if I was squirrel hunting in town. It's like, why would I squirrel hunt in town when I got freaking land? That's kind of silly, but I'm just walking in town because all my trails are big mud piles right now. But other things as far as like EDC stuff goes, I do always carry a flashlight on me, The flashlight I've been carrying is the Nightcore MT2A. I actually was carrying a Streamlight before that.
This Streamlight.
Yeah, this exact one. My twin brother still has one, but this Streamlight, and for whatever reason, in like a 6-month span, I went through like 3 Streamlights. So I was like, you know what? I'm not buying a Streamlight.
I don't know what's the deal. Streamlight's quality is went.
Yeah, I agree. Used to like Streamlights quite a bit, and I've always had decent luck with them, but the last few of them that I've gotten has been just complete crap. And I actually made a short that I told people, like, hey, don't buy a Streamlight anymore. I wouldn't trust one. Like, honestly, I've seen people have better luck out of like even Olights than a Streamlight, which is kind of crazy. Kenny, what do you got there on your pocket?
I got Venture Craft.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. So if you guys never checked out Exodus Knife and Tool, check him out. That's what actually I'm carrying the jackalope on my little chest pack here, but the Adventure Craft, it's small enough that it can just slip right into your pocket, and you can basically just rule out a folding pocket knife.
Oh, and that's kind of what I've been doing with it.
Yeah.
Looking for a leather or pocket sheath.
Yeah, that would probably work with that a little better, just because it would fit a little deeper down into your pocket and everything. What's your guys' thoughts of like pocket fixed blades? I kind of tend to just like carrying on my kind of 4 or 5 o'clock position side with a little bit bigger fixed blade, but I know the pocket fixed blades are very popular these days. Come on, buddy. Hey, we got a vehicle coming by. But of course, with the Glock 26, I always have a spare mag with me. I always carry a 15 rounder on me, just because sometimes I do switch out to my Glock 19, and so I don't want to like mix up magazines and all of a sudden have a Glock 26 mag that can't fit into a 19. So I just always carry the 19 15 round mag because it'll work just fine in my Glock 26 anyways.
Now, why aren't you carrying a Glock 34 with a compensator?
Yeah, you gotta have a Glock. It's a Glock 26. My twin brother actually had the 43 a long time ago, and I actually convinced him to get the 26 because I got the 26 like damn near 15 years ago now, and I honestly think the Glock 26 is probably the most underrated Glock, especially for like concealed carry and everyday carry.
Say this, I shoot a Glock 26 with XS big dot sights better than I can a Glock 43X with a red dot.
Yeah, so I think
real quick, like, okay, who says you can't prepare in town?
Well, yeah, exactly. So this is like the type of area I live in. Like, I'm in town, and almost everybody here has chickens and goats and rabbits and stuff like that. So who says you can't prepare in town? You can prepare in town, not quite as well as you can out in the country, but you can do it. A little side rant. So to answer your question, I do prefer the 26. I don't really care for the 43. The 43...
it's too small.
Yeah, I think it's too small. It's getting to that area where it's too small, where it's basically just a straight up pocket pistol, and it doesn't index quite right. And I got medium sized hands, so it's not even like I got big gorilla hands or anything. But
I'll reference a Glock 43 to a video Mac did about it years ago. But basically, and that's what I find is the issue with it, is it starts to get too close. It's too small and it's too close to your palm of your hand. So instead of the trigger breaking here, now you're doing this, and then you can shoot it. It's just,
it takes a lot more effort and skill and hardship to shoot it good. That I because there are people that can shoot just about anything.
Now, if you got like real small, dainty hands, then it probably works.
Yeah, I would say the 43 is actually pretty good for like ladies pistol with like really tiny hands or something like that.
My buddy,
Come on, Gigi. Let's go up this way.
Has a 43 and she shoots it pretty well.
And you asked what state I'm in. I'm in the relatively free state of Missouri. So, yeah, we're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. Come on, Gigi. I think my little boy is getting tired, and that's why he's kind of dragging his feet now. Which I give him big props. He's not even 2 years old, and he's out here hiking with me. He's out here hiking before he can talk. Oh, what kind of stupid ass comment is that?
I don't got the last one, so I can't see it.
Yeah, that's like a 3, 2, 1 gaze you're out type of thing. It's like you get 3 gays and you're out, and he struck all 3 gays all in one comment, so he's out. Oh shit. Yeah, the 43 could be good for midgets, I guess. It just, I feel like the 43 is just a little small. Now, that being said, I think there is a place for it too. Like if you just absolutely need something like really tiny and just going for ultimate concealment, then I can maybe see the argument of it, but
having the 43 now at the 26, I don't think it conceals any better.
No, the 26 is just barely a little thicker, and it's so much more capable. And the 26, what's cool about it too, is it could obviously take the Glock 26 mags, but it also can take the 19, it can take the 17, and sometimes when I travel, I'll carry my 26 on me, but then I'll also have like PCC in my like duffel bag, and my Glock 26 and the PCC can interchange magazines, which is really handy, you know, in my opinion.
I don't care for like say the 43X or the 48, because it's like, oh well, you get 10 round mags with the normal mags, but then but if you go with the, I forget the name of the company,
The Shield Arms,
then
I think those mags are crap too. Like I've seen enough people with those that just has had consistent issues, and it's like they're just consistent enough that it makes me not trust them. Come on, Kitty.
And then you gotta like change out the mag release to make them work properly, and
yeah,
to me it's just not worth it.
But Wesson and Smith says I'm trying to find a state to move from San Diego to communist. Yeah, so I went to training there in San Diego and California in general when I was in the Marines, and I always tell people the same thing: is California, the like state is nice, but the people are degenerate and scummy. Like if there was like some like mass cataclysmic event that just like wiped out the population of California, California would be a great state. But that's kind of an asshole way of putting it. But yeah, yeah, I'd be getting the hell out of California. Missouri is overall really good. I mean, we're very strong on gun rights and property rights and stuff like that. There's a couple other states. If I was like looking to move to a state, Missouri would definitely be one I would consider. Arkansas would probably be another one. I'd have to look more into it because I've heard some of the western states are kind of a little weird on land rights and everything like that. But I'd almost consider looking into like Wyoming or something that might have a lot less population, because Missouri, I mean, we're right around to like a little more than 6 million population, which ain't bad really, but it's getting on up there, and I kind of want to try to be as far away from people as possible type of thing, or big numbers of people. Now fortunately for me, like where I live, you know, the big three cities in Missouri is Kansas City, St. Louis, and Springfield. And then there's kind of Joplin, which, and
All of which, where we're at, is about 100 miles away.
well, yeah, Kansas City is about 100 miles away. St. Louis is like 150 miles away. Springfield's like 170 miles away. So like, we're in a good spot, really. Tennessee is awesome. I know Tennessee's getting a lot of like population flow, and I know I've been out to Tennessee a few times, and I've heard from Tennessee people, it's like, man, the Californians are coming here and they talk about how bad California is, but then they come here and they push the exact same shit that they freaking left California from. And Kentucky, sadly, is kind of slowly becoming a little more communist too. But Tennessee's awesome. I went out to Gatlinburg before and absolutely loved it. I wanted to just go hike all the hills and mountains and stuff out there, and had a 7-month pregnant wife at the time, so she wasn't really coming along with me type of thing. So, but yeah, Tennessee's pretty cool. Like I said, Arkansas is one that a lot of people kind of overlooks, and the population is like half of yeah, is less than half of than what Missouri is. Oklahoma is kind of the same way too. I have a buddy down in Oklahoma, and you know, he has decent things to say. Now, the only thing with Oklahoma, I've had to drive through there a handful of times, and I don't know what it is, but there's like state troopers and Dollar Generals on every freaking street corner in Oklahoma, and they want to pull you over for going like a mile over the speed limit. Like, I don't know what the hell the deal is with that, but other than that, Oklahoma doesn't seem too bad. And I don't know how it sounds on your guys' end. The wind is kind of crazy out here. I don't got a mic or anything like that, and I don't really care. I'm in the Midwest, so yeah, Oklahoma, I've always heard it's fairly solid, and they actually been pushing some decent stuff down in Oklahoma, so I wouldn't rule it off. And it only has like about half the population of Missouri as well. Yeah, I don't know if I'd touch Michigan or Minnesota or anything like that with a 10-foot stick. Like, those states have always been communist leaning, and even when they get, quote, a Republican, which I don't even think is a real thing anymore, they start pushing communist gayness too. So
it's like, at this point, how can you have any faith in any political party?
well, yeah, exactly. I don't have any faith in any political party. I don't have any faith in Trump or Biden or whatever characters that they want to like throw out in front of us. I think they're all fake, and I think they're all owned and controlled by the same people. That's my opinion. Come on, Gigi. I think my little guy's getting tired though. He getting sleepy, which is the point of these hikes a little bit. It's like, okay, I can take my little guy out on a hike and he's gonna get some exercise, but he's also gonna take a good nap when he gets home too. Which lately hasn't been napping very well, so which is beneficial for me. But and you know, that's another preparedness thing to kind of consider too. I've pointed that out on videos before, is, you know, if you're still young enough, you should be trying to have kids and everything like that, because, like, you know, one, who's to say whether the SHTF is in your time or not? But two, it's like, okay, as I start getting older and crustier, and, you know, everybody else eventually does too, it's like, I kind of want some helping hands. You know, I think it would be really nice to have a handful of little helping hands out on the farm eventually. But Well, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. This is just kind of a ramble, and which most of my live streams are these days, which is fun. I like it, honestly. I think it's fun to just kind of ramble. But thank you guys for hopping on. Missouri Survival, if you're still on here, just hit me up. I'll try to send you out a blade. I'd like to see you get using a little nicer blade on your channel. But just hit me up, and as always, all of you all stay prepared both physically and spiritually. God bless, and carry on.